Who's starting for you tomorrow?
Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga is going tomorrow.
And what do you expect he'll be able to give you?
We'll see. We're going to let it play out. He's been in Florida throwing, facing hitters. We have a plan, but we're going to go out there and watch him closely and go from there. But he's ready to go, and that's where we're going with him on game one.
And how does he feel about that?
Great. He's excited. Said right away, when we talked to him, that he was ready to go.
Okay, next question. We're going to go here in the middle on the left.
He won't go long, but do you anticipate that he will look like Kodai Senga out there?
Yeah, and if anybody knows himself better than anybody, it's Kodai Senga. We've been through it the whole year with him, and the times that he goes out there and face hitters or throws a lot of bullpens and he's not feeling right, he's always letting us know that. And that wasn't the case in this situation. He was the one that approached us, and he wanted to know what we were thinking in case we were here in the division series or potential NLCS. And we just wanted to hear what he had to say and offer, and he was pretty honest with us. And it was an easier decision because of what we've been through with him the whole year.
When did he approach you?
It was probably yesterday. Yesterday, I can't remember, but.
Was there a level of surprise that he's actually going to make it back to the mound?
Well, we always had hopes, but it's been the whole year, and what made us feel comfortable with this decision was that he was the one wanting the baseball, and I think the only time we had that situation was when he faced the Braves, the only outing he had this year before he went down again. So pretty comfortable and excited to go and watch him pitch tomorrow.
We're going to go to the far back on the right.
So how many innings, how many pitches do you expect?
We'll see. We'll see. He's gonna go out there, and he's been building up in Florida. So like I said, we have an idea, but we're going to let the game unfold, and we'll make adjustments as we go.
Okay, on the left, Mike Puma.
Do you have somebody like as a piggyback option, like Paterson or somebody behind them?
Yeah, unless something happens in the next 24 hours, I think everybody should be available other than Quintana, and I'll announce Severino is going to go game 2, so everyone else.
And will you have McGill?
Yes.
Next question. Dave Lennon in the back on the left.
Carlos, how challenging was it to get a good read without? I mean, he's only had five major league innings for the whole season. I mean, is it tough to? What are the challenges of gauging that against minor league competition, bullpens, live BPs? I mean, obviously you feel confident about it, but I mean, was that a challenge to amass enough data to figure that out?
Well, I mean, we went through it when the only time he pitched, he was facing a really good lineup on the Braves. And this is no joke right here when he's facing the Phillies, game 1 of the division series, after he only threw 4. I don't know how many he ended up throwing that day when he went down. So, but again, not watching him the whole year and then going out there and facing that Braves lineup was pretty impressive. So that's why we feel that when he's approaching us, again, that's how it went down the last time. So we'll see how it goes, and again, we'll be ready to adjust if we need to.
Okay, we're going to go back to Tim Healy in the left, in the back.
He pitched a live in Florida on Monday. Last you told us, was that his most recent live?
Man, we've been in so many cities and back and forth. So
it was only 4 days ago, so I would think
yes,
not better since then.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last time I told you guys that he threw a live BP, that was the last time. Then he kept throwing just normal routine, and I think a bullpen, a long bullpen, ups and downs, and so. Yeah.
It was his first time facing hitters since that little rehab start. How long was his live on Monday?
I'm not sure, but he threw a lot.
Okay, anything else? Okay, we're going to go back to the middle again.
Sorry, just want to clarify. He came to you yesterday. Was that before or after the game?
I think it was 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days
before
ago.
Before the game, and we started having the conversations. We didn't want to get too far ahead. We needed to get here, but then we needed to listen to what he needed to say. And It wasn't an easy decision, talking to David, the pitching coach, the training staff. But then, like I said, it wasn't an easy decision before we talked to him. He put it out there for us, and then that's when we started, okay, what it's going to look like. And then let's get him on the phone, and then talking to him face-to-face today, it makes us feel really good about it.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Stay there on the left.
Your team has had a lot of iconic moments this year with Grimace and OMG. What were your thoughts on the playoff pumpkin last night?
I really don't know what to think of it, I'm honest with you. Whatever it takes, I mean, we've been through a lot, and people are giving credit to so many different people and this and that. I see it as we got good players, we got great people, and we're just going to continue to have fun and continue to ride a wave, see what happens.
When your team is able to find fun and levity in these really big, serious moments, how does that help them continue to do and win like they've been doing?
That's what we've done the whole year, even when it was hard for us. There was never panic in that room from the coaches, anybody, and they fed off that. And they believe in each other. They continue to believe. They continue to stay humble but stay aggressive. And going out there, preparing, competing, and see what happens. And here we are.
Okay. Is that it? All right. Thanks, Carlos. Yep. Start with Tim Healy in the back on the left.
So after the rush of your first professional save, were you able to sleep at all last night, or did you have to stay up?
Yeah, it was a long night just with the travel and everything, and so I tried to get some sleep today, but yeah, definitely going to try and catch up on some more tonight and be ready to go.
When will you be available, do you think?
I'll be ready tomorrow if they need me. So yeah, at this point where we're at in the season, all hands on deck. So I'm ready whenever they need me in any capacity.
Okay, next question. Right down there, Mark.
We just learned that Senga is starting tomorrow. Just what was your level of surprise and expectations for him?
Yeah, I was surprised. We hadn't really talked about it much, but it's exciting. I think everyone's glad to have him back, especially kind of the way the first time around this season went with him and only having him for the one start. So yeah, it's exciting to have him, another elite arm that we have at our disposal, and excited to watch him compete.
Did you know that he would even be an option?
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't something we talked about. And so, but yeah, like I said, a good surprise and exciting to have him back.
Okay, next question. We're going to go down here in the front.
You know, for as much as the Phillies and Mets have played against each other over their long rivalry, this will be the first time that you guys are going to be squaring off in the postseason. And I know that your fan base travels well, but these crowds here during the postseason have been known to get extraordinary. How much have you guys talked about that since you advanced last night?
Yeah, you know, I think we've seen it just with the rivalry that we have, playing in some tight games and whatnot. This place gets loud, and that's what you want. You want that playoff atmosphere. I think we're ready for it. It's exciting. And yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully, like the Mets fans always do, they'll travel well, and we'll have some support in the building.
Okay, next question. You good here? Okay, we're going to go over there with Dave, and then we're going to go to Jeff.
Hey, Dave, so much of what you guys do as starting pitchers is routine-oriented and building up, being ready. In your mind, just from what Senga's doing, you know, how unorthodox is that to kind of, like you said, to just have one start and kind of work yourself to get healthy, but just limited from a limited competition standpoint?
Yeah, you know, I think it's obviously not ideal the way things happened, and being able to have seen the competitor that he is, I know he's not going to stop as long as we're in the race to try and come back and help us. And so, yeah, you know, I think that's anybody in that position that we have on our staff would have been doing the same thing, trying to fight to get back to be a part of this on the field. So like I said, it's exciting to have him back, and yeah.
Jeff?
David, he hasn't pitched since the end of July. What's the biggest challenge after a long layoff for a pitcher?
You know, I think you can get your stuff right in the bullpen. You can kind of get all that dialed in, but I think, you know, we've been playing a lot of high leverage games for quite a while now, and so I think, just coming back into an atmosphere like that, getting back up to game speed, is something that's going to be a challenge when you're coming back like that. But I have no doubt the work he's put in and the way he's gotten himself prepared, he's ready for the challenge.
Okay, anything else for David? All right, I'm going to go over here on the left.
Going back to last night, what was your reaction when you saw the playoff pumpkin make its debut?
I saw it a couple days ago, and I think it's just, it's something that along our journey we've picked up. We've had stuff throughout the season, and just another one of those little things that is part of the group now and is getting attention. And so I think it's all in good fun for us, and just continuing to keep up the good spirit that we've had and continue to enjoy the ride.
You mentioned that it brings attention. How are you all able to channel that as like a positive thing for motivation versus becoming, distracted by a fun little thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, it's internally it's something that we've joked about a little bit and whatnot, but externally, people are going to make what they're going to make of it. They're going to say whatever they want to say, and like I said, I think for us, it's just another one of those little pieces for us to just have fun.
Okay, is that it? Okay. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll open it up for questions for Kodai. Okay, Jeff, in the back in the middle.
Kodai, when were you told that you were going to be starting game one, and what has this rehab process been like to get you back here?
初戦先発するというのはいつ伝えられましたかというのと、ここまでのリハビリのプロセスはいかがでしたか？
伝えられたのいつだったっけ？水曜火曜あれ？水曜に伝えられたのと、プロセスはいろいろ困難なことはあったけど、状態を上げるまでに準備はできたかなという感じです。
I was told on Wednesday, I believe, that I was going to start on Saturday. And the rehab process, it's been up and down, but recently it's definitely been trending the right direction. And to bring me to this place, it's definitely gone well.
Okay, next question, Tim, in the back on the left.
How did this come about in recent days?
どのような話し合いとか出来事とかがあってこのような形になったんですか？
もう基本的にどのタイミングでもお前が投げれる状態を作るならもうこっちは使うよっていうのを常に1年間ずっと言ってくれてたので、それがここに来てそういう風になったかなというそれだけだと思います。
I think it's simply that the team's been very transparent with me. Whenever you're ready, we would love to use you, and I was able to, get my physical and mental state up and ready to this point, and they were able to plug me in.
What did you need to feel physically and mentally to feel ready that you did not feel previously?
いろんな面で準備ができるまで今まで準備ができてないかったのが準備ができたようにできるようになったその違いは何ですか？
体に不安なくボールを投げれることと自分の持っている球に関してどれだけ操れるかというところに関して自分の中でいけるというラインがあるのでそのラインを超えたと自分で思っています。
Yeah, definitely feeling good physically and being able to control all my pitches. And there's a line inside myself. If I can pass that threshold, I know I'm ready for a big league game.
What is that line?
そのラインとは
思いっきり投げれること、体の不安じゃないこと以上。
Just being ready. I feel physically ready, and it's a feel thing, but I feel ready now.
Okay, gonna go, Mike.
How many pitches did you throw in your live BP, and do you think you could match or exceed that tomorrow?
以前のライブでは何球投げましたかというのと、次の明日の登板ではそれ以上投げる予定ですか？
基本的に自分はチームが投げてくれと言われれば常にどんな状況でもどんな球でも投げていこうかなという気持ちはありますが、そういう明日のことに関してはとにかく明日相手チームに対して少しでも情報を与えることはするの得策ではないかなというふうに今考えています。
I've been preparing myself to, get myself ready for whatever comes and however deep we go into the postseason. And as far as tomorrow, we'll see how the game goes, and I think Mendy and Hef will make that decision on how far I go.
How many pitches did you throw in your in your BP?
ライブでは何球投げましたか？
ライブの球数とかも言うことによっては相手に情報を与えるので、とにかくそれはシーズン通して僕はあまり次の対戦相手のことはあまり喋りたくないっていうのは、こういうところで相手の情報を与えるっていうことはあまり好きじゃないかなというふうに思っているので、気持ち的な面だったり準備面を質問してほしいなと思います。
I don't really like speaking on that topic. If you could think more ahead and ask about questions concerning, tomorrow, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that.
Okay, we're going to go to Dave in the back on the left.
Kodai, when David Paterson was up there and we asked him what would be a challenge of only having one major league start during this season, and he said the thing that's difficult to come back is like getting back into the high leverage game situations, just because you haven't been, he's speaking generally, not about you, but just in general, coming back into high leverage situations. For something like that, are you just able to draw from your long experience, or will that be a challenge, getting that intensity back up for a playoff atmosphere?
ピーターソンにさっき質問したことなんですけど、千賀さんに限らず、メジャーで今年1試合しか投げてない、試合数が少ない中で、復帰する難しさについて語っていて、やっぱり、メジャーのレベルというかアドレナリンとかを上げるのが難しいというふうにおっしゃってましたが、千賀さんに関しては、問題なさそうですか？今まで日本でやってきたことを勝手にできそうですか？それとも難しそうですか？
難しいと思ったら、いけるって言わないっていうことが一つと、あとはマイナーで投げてもどうせ僕はスピードは上がらないですし、とにかくここでじゃないとスピード上がらないのは自分自身分かっているので、あとは明日どれだけ自分をコントロールするかが鍵になってきます。はい。
I think if I thought it was difficult, I wouldn't be ready. So I'm ready for tomorrow, and however much I can control my body and control how the game goes tomorrow is going to be big.
Okay, can we go to Jeff?
Kodai, I know you said Carlos and Jeremy are going to make the decision on the number of pitches, but how many pitches are you personally comfortable throwing tomorrow?
明日に関しては監督、コーチが試合の流れによって決めるっておっしゃってましたけど、千賀さん自身は何球ぐらい投げれるつもりでいますか？
僕自身は本当に言われたところ、10球で終わりなら10球だし、200球って言われたら200球、それだけだと思います。
I'm ready for whatever. If they say 10 pitches, I'm all in for 10 pitches. If they say 200, I'm in for 200.
Okay, we're going to go to Tim Healy in the back.
When was the last time you threw 200 pitches?
一番最近200球投げたのはいつですか
？5年前。
5 years ago?
Given how well the other starters have pitched for months now, were you hesitant at all to come back and take somebody's job?
ここ数ヶ月メッツの先発陣がすごく活躍していた中で、その先発のスポットを一つ取るのに躊躇とかはありましたか？
いや、もちろん最初一番僕が言っていたのは、そのシーズン投げることに関して、やっぱりシリーズ投げることに関して、やっぱシーズン投げてない人が投げることに関してはやっぱり僕自身も疑問に思っていましたけど、やっぱりチームが信じてくれたってことに対して、あとはそれに僕が応えるだけだと、それを思ってフィラデルフィアに行きました。
It's definitely something that was in the conversation when I was talking to the team, but they believe in me and I believe in myself, and all I can do is go out and perform tomorrow.
Okay, you go down here in the front.
Over the past 2 seasons, how much have you followed the way that the crowds can get here during the postseason? And since finding out that you're starting tonight, or tomorrow night rather, how much have you thought about the way that the crowds can get in this ballpark during the postseason?
この球場のファンの厚さなどはご存知ですかというのと、明日先発するにあたってそこら辺は考えたりしますか？
とても楽しみにしてます。
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, anything else in English? Okay, we're going to go back there in the back. Question in Japanese.
お疲れ様です。この先発を言われた時、決まった時にまずどういう心境、どういうことを思ったのかと、実際明日どういうピッチングをしたいと思っているか。
これ英語に直さなくていいの？
Do you guys want this in English? 大丈夫。どうぞ。
言われた時、びっくりした気持ちもありましたけど、1年間お前が生きるならっていう言葉をずっともらえてたので、その言葉通り、自分の力を出すだけだなと思いますし、明日に関してはとにかく自分の持てる力を出すとかいうことではなくて、もう本当にやるのが当たり前、やらなくちゃ今日呼ばれた意味はないというぐらいの気持ちで、一日過ごそうかなと思ってます。
ありがとう。
Thank you.